Hey there, welcome to Organizing with Ease, the podcast for busy moms, professionals, and families who just want life to feel a little more, easy. I'm Deanna Mall, a professional organizer, and I know firsthand how overwhelming clutter and chaos can be. That's why each week we're breaking it down step by step, little by little, with simple tips, real life stories, and expert advice to help you create a home that feels like a sanctuary. Plus, I'll bring on some amazing guests to share their best organizing, productivity, and lifestyle hacks. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's get started. Wake up and simplify a fresh start to your day. Welcome back to Organizing with Ease. I'm your host, Deanna Mall, and I'm so thrilled to welcome you into a new month and a brand new series. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. You're in the right place for real life strategies, inspiration, and a little boost to make your days run smoother. And if you're one of my regulars, welcome back, friend. I always love that we get to spend this time together each week. So let's talk about May. It feels like a mini New Year, doesn't it? The flowers are blooming, the days are longer, and there's this natural push to what? To reset again, mentally, emotionally, and even in our homes. Last month, we were knee deep in spring cleaning, and now we're zooming in even closer on the rhythm of our days. Because true peace isn't found in a perfectly clean closet, it's in how we move through our hours throughout the day. And that's the first thing in the morning. Wouldn't you agree? So let's dive right in. Let me ask you a question. How did your morning start today? Were you rushing, multitasking, maybe even skipping breakfast? Or did you have a few moments for yourself, like a little breath before the world rushed in? So, I want to share with you a stat that always sticks with me. A study from the National Sleep Foundation found that those who wake up even 15 minutes earlier to practice a calming activity such as stretching, sipping some tea, having a glass of water, journaling, actually report a 52% improvement in their mood by when? Lunchtime. That's powerful. Now, I want to share with you one of my workshop attendees who shared her fresh start success with me just last week. She used to wake up dreading the day ahead. Between her toddler, the emails, the dog needing to be walked, the mornings were just a mad dash. So she tried a small shift. She actually did the pre-setting the coffee and her workout clothes at night. Within 10 days, she emailed me saying, I feel like I found a new version of myself, one who doesn't start the day already behind. Are you one of those? Do you sometimes start your day already feeling behind? But no worries, not today, you're not. So, what is cluttering your mornings? So, let's just be really honest. What's actually getting in the way of smooth mornings? Is it mental clutter? It's that habit of grabbing your phone before your feet even hit the floor and you're still in bed. What about that physical clutter? Searching through those 12 mugs to find your to go cup because you need to run out with that coffee or tea, whichever it might be. What about that emotional clutter? You know, the mental load of remembering everyone's schedule for that morning, but you forgot or you maybe didn't write it down. Another story I have to share with you. I had a client who's recently divorced shared that mornings were the hardest part of his adjustment. Some of you can relate to this, where your child in the morning says, "Oh, by the way, can you fill out this form for me?" And, "Oh, yeah, I need it now because I'm going to be late." And then there was the same morning where, of course, there's spilled cereal. And because of all of this, we missed the bus. But of course. So, what we did was we actually talked through a visual morning map, just some steps on the fridge to kind of get things set in motion. And he said it was like someone took that mental weight off of his shoulders. So here's a tip that I love to share. Your morning actually begins the night before. What can you set in motion at 8 p.m. to make your 7 a.m. run smoother? So think about that one because that's your tip. Your morning anchors and your small wins. Let's talk about something you've probably heard a lot from your friends, social media, even right here on this podcast. Start your day with intention or try morning routines to feel better. We all talk about it, we all read about it, but here's the real question: do you actually believe it'll work for you? Have you actually given it a solid, honest try? But here's the truth: you can't tell if something works after 2 days. You can't you cannot say that you actually committed. You've got to actually commit to it at least 2 weeks to even begin to feel the shift. And if you want it to become second nature, then closer to 90 days. That's when it starts to reshape how you move through life. Like I always tell my clients, small anchors won't change your world overnight, but they can change how you show up in it every day. So choose one, stick with it, let it settle in. And guess what? And then you're going to watch and you're going to see what happens. The fresh start morning method, but of course, I have to bring this in because you all know that I really want to share this my method with you because it actually really works. It works in real life, especially in the morning. This method isn't about perfection, it's about progress, clarity, and breathing room. Because how you start your day truly sets the tone for everything that follows. So here's how to apply each step to your morning. You ready? We're going to first grab a notebook or the Notes app on your phone if you're still in bed and write down everything you do during your first hour after waking up. Now circle the chaos. Where do things fall apart? What's stealing your peace before 9 a.m.? Maybe it's that 12 to 15-minute scroll through your emails, through social media. You didn't intend to check, but maybe you did. And then all of a sudden, you're maybe running a little bit around looking for, I don't know, maybe that matching sock or the lunchbox lid, or you need to fill up that thermos that you didn't fill up the night before. So just notice it. Don't judge it. This step is all about awareness. What can you prep the night before to make your morning smoother? What about filling up the water bottles the night before, laying out clothes like it was 1999, and you're picking your first day outfit for school? Just had to throw that in. This is a little bit fun, right? But pre-packing lunch snacks, even for you if you are working, think about it, not just for kids packing your lunch, right? Or maybe a grab and just, go into your grab and go bins just to make things easier. Putting your keys, wallet, sunglasses in the same bowl seriously is a game changer. Knowing where those are in the morning is golden. And this isn't just for kids. You don't need to do everything the night before. Just a few, what I would say, quote unquote, no brainer moves to cut down on that decision fatigue in the morning. Now, let's get your morning to flow like your favorite playlist. Why not? Create mini zones in your home. These are the small, purposeful areas that make your morning easier. Like that launch pad out the door by the keys, the charger, the backpacks, the mail, if you have that, a breakfast bar area in your kitchen with bowls, protein bars, and vitamins. What about a morning glow up tray in the bathroom with your skincare, deodorant, and your go to lip balm? Again, this is the idea. You want your mornings to move with ease, not start with scavenger hunts. And don't forget about ambiance. I've had clients add, a morning diffuser with blends of citrus and peppermint. Anyone interested in that? Go right ahead, see if that might work for you. Or they even have like a playlist that they have for soothing and that they start that in the mornings. Because you know what? A morning song actually cues the brain. It's time to go, but in a good way, so to speak, right? I don't know about you, but I just love music. So I always have music in the backgrounds, even when I'm cooking. And now let's talk about maintenance because even the best systems can fall apart if they're not tended to. You heard me right. Try a few of these, but just remember it's to keep the magic going. A 5 to 10 minute reset the night before to reset those launch zones. You can rename those launch zones however you think will work for you. Try a few of these to keep the magic going. A 5 to 10 minute reset the night before to reset those launch zones that you've just created. How about a no phones until after breakfast rule, or even like sunlight first, screen second habit? Of course, sometimes you might not have breakfast, but then give yourself a time, a number, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., a sticky note on your coffee maker that says, slow down, you've got this. Add a simple checklist to the fridge, or even better, a dry erase board with everyone's morning tasks. Simple, ready? Make the bed, eat a banana, grab water, and guess what? Smile at the end. Morning routines shouldn't feel like military drills. Sometimes they do, but they really shouldn't. They should feel like small gifts that you've given yourself before the world asks anything of you. Remember, this is not about adding pressure. It's about designing a day that supports you. And just like we've said earlier, give it 2 weeks. Try these steps, adjust for your life, see what sticks, see if it starts to feel like second nature in the 90 days. That's a lifestyle change, my friend, because when your mornings feel smooth when you walk into your day with confidence and not chaos. So, the challenge for this week is you ready? I'm challenging you to choose one morning anchor and try it every day for 7 days. Not once and not when I remember, but every day. And here are some of my favorite stepping outside with my coffee. I'm just sharing this with you because I really have started this and I really like it. And I now I'm tying it in when I take out Eddie for his morning, his little morning routine that he has to do. Why don't you then, if you don't want to do the outside, stepping outside with your coffee, listening to the birds, try, playing a favorite song while you get things going, packing those lunches if you have to, writing down 3 things that you're grateful for before checking your phone. You've probably heard all these ideas before. Maybe even said to yourself, that sounds really nice. What a great idea. But you actually have to get it done, really giving it a try. This is your moment to start. Try it for a week and then 2. Again, stick with it for 90 days. And it could shift your whole outlook. I'm sharing this with you because remember, your morning, your mood, your momentum. And when you do, let me know because I would love to hear how it's going for you because it can work for you. So, this week's book recommendation is 168 Hours You Have More Time Than You Think by Laura Vanderkam. It reminds us all that the busiest schedules have hidden pockets of time. You just need to claim them intentionally. So, here is a quick recap of today. You ready? Your mornings don't need to be perfect, they just need to be intentional. Whether you're rushing out the door, juggling family routines, or just trying to find a moment of calm before the emails hit, the text messages, there's always something small that you can do to make the start of your day simpler and smoother. We talked about the real impact a calm morning can have on your stress and focus, the clutter, mental, physical, and emotional, that's tripping you up, how to create small but powerful anchors that ground your day, and of course, how to use the Fresh Start method to design a morning routine that actually works for your lifestyle. And here's the challenge you have to actually try it. Not just read about it, not just hear about it, not just think about and saying, oh, that sounds really nice. What a great idea. Let's say we're going to try it and we're going to stick to it for 2 weeks. And if it helps, we're going to keep going. Because remember, after 90 days, you may not even recognize the old version of your mornings. So whether it's laying out clothes, putting your phone away at night, or lighting up that candle while you are sipping your coffee in the mornings, you deserve a peaceful start to your day. Until then, my friends, don't forget to pick up your morning anchor. Give it a real shot this week. And if you do try it out, let me know. I'd love to hear what changes for you. Step by step, little by little. Until next time, I'm cheering you on. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Organizing with Ease podcast on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living their best lives. And remember, a new episode comes out every Thursday at 8 a.m. So mark your calendar and join us. Until next week, take care and keep shining bright.